Hello everybody. Just got off of work. It's my first day back at work after being sick for over a week. I decided to, even though I'm still sick, not go straight home and instead go enjoy time at the park. And it's great. The frogs are singing at the creek. It's lovely. Can you hear them? Can you hear the froggies? Well, I am at Jensen Botanical Gardens. And I think that's an almond tree blooming right there. I'm not sure what that over there with the yellow blooms are. I'm not totally sure. I've always wondered what kind of tree that is that has the yellow blooms. I'm gonna have to ask my mom if she knows. She's very good with that sort of stuff. So let's go on a little tour, and then I can set my stuff down and enjoy the nature for a while before I go home and go to sleep. It is disappointing that they still haven't replaced the tiptoe through, please do not tiptoe through the tulips sign. There will be tulips right here soon. See, there's one sole red one is about to bloom. I think these are snowdrops right here. They're really pretty. They've been blooming for a little while now. Oh, and there's violets blooming. The violets at my house are blooming too. I've got to separate them and move them. Got to make a planter for them before I can move them though. And look at the narcissus. I think those are narcissus. I'm not sure. I was really hoping the magnolia tree would be blooming right there, but it is still bare. All of the magnolia trees are still bare. None of them are blooming yet. I mean, it's getting ready. It's getting ready. It will be blooming soon. Maybe I'll have to try and come back next week so I don't miss it. Because, you know, it happens so fast and then it's done. Oh, is that blooming? Maybe. No, it's just leafing out. There's no blooms on it yet. Well, there's some camellias blooming. I think they're leftovers, though. They look like leftovers. Because some of those are yellow. What kind of tree is that? I am not sure. Maybe I'll be able to read the sign later. Or maybe somebody can. That is a good looking tree. I wonder if it blooms too. Do you see the birdie? That is a big-ass bird. I don't know what kind of bird it is, but it's a big one. Okay, I don't know. Maybe they're not leftover bloomage. I don't know. Huh. Maybe it's a bird nest with no bird in it? I don't know. That's an oak tree. You know, hawks do like to nest in oak trees, pretty high up. That must be a hawk nest. And there's another nest right there. Also in an oak tree. I tried coming through here just a little while ago, around 10 minutes before I got here, and the moment that I parked, some dude just popped up out of nowhere and started like walking really fast towards me as I was just getting out of my car. So I got right back in and closed the door and drove around the block and came right back, and he's gone. Yay. So, my mom actually used to be able to say that Mr. Jensen was apparently her doctor when she was a kid. She knew that family. I think she was classmates or something with one of the daughters. But my mom actually also is one of the few people around that knew Smokey the Bear, because Smokey the Bear was actually a real animal that really did live. He, as a bear cub, in the 1950s, experienced a wildfire. He got caught in it and burned extremely badly. I believe his mom did not survive, but he did. And he was horribly, horribly scarred, was not actually able to grow hair everywhere on his body. And he was a bear. He lived at the Folsom Zoo for his whole entire life after he was rescued. So, when people see these signs that, you know, say only you can prevent forest fires, and it's Smokey the Bear pointing at you, Smokey the Bear was real. That is an Oregon grape. Oh, okay. That is definitely different than those. You know what? I'm gonna walk over and see what that yellow looking tree is over there, because I'm really curious now. Yes, it is way off path. I'm gonna come hang out over here at this bench in a little while. I think maybe a different bench. I'm not sure. Because I was trying to identify this tree with the yellow blooms. When I was on my camping trip, a couple weeks ago, I saw a whole bunch just like this, and I was trying to look up and figure out what the hell they are, and a lot of the information that I saw was suggesting it could be an Oregon grape, but that sign right there just pointed out what an Oregon grape is. So if when I get over here it is the same, then I will have identified it. Hopefully I don't encounter any homeless people. That's a different kind of tree. It is really pretty though. You know, I have one just like this at the end of my street. I'm gonna have to ask my mom what the heck this tree is. It is so pretty. And I love the ferny leaves. And these tiny little delicate blossoms. It's just a really gorgeous tree. I am very impressed with this tree. Okay, now I'm gonna go find somewhere to sit. Or I guess I don't have to find somewhere to sit because there's lots of picnic tables available. And my car is the only one in the parking lot. I like when the froggies are singing to me. I like frogs. There's another nest right there. It looks like it's an empty one, though. Oh, there's another car pulling up into the parking lot. I'm glad I'm wearing my waterproof boots and gaiters, because my shoes have really collected a bunch of water here. See, they are all wet. Do I want to sit right there because it might rain, or pick somewhere else? I don't know. I think I gonna sit at that table right there. And I'm gonna have to ask my mom what kind of tree that was with the yellow blooms, because it was not, in fact, an Oregon grape. That is a daffodil. It would be nice if they had a few more daffodils in here, since they bloom a little bit before the tulips do. These are coastal redwoods. You know what that means? That means that they can actually collect from their canopy in addition to collecting water from their root system. Isn't that awesome? I think these are azaleas, not rhododendrons. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And look at this, people leaving their trash in the bushes. Yeah. So funny, these people just pulled into the parking lot. The guy got out and he just came over to see if the tulips were blooming yet. He walked over and looked at the little area right over here, right there, right over there, and they're not blooming, so they left. Yay for cough drops. Although I suppose they'd probably be better if I made my own cough drops. The way I figure, Ricola's pretty good. The little froggies must have gone to bed. And there's this other person just sitting in the parking lot with their lights on. They haven't gotten out of their car. I wonder if they're waiting for me to leave before they get out. I don't care about sharing the park with people. It really made me nervous that guy approached so quickly as soon as I got out of my car, and there were no other cars in the parking lot. So while it's possible that he is, a resident that lives in a house near the area, it is equally possible that he is a resident that doesn't have a house, and I deal with enough of that crap when I'm at work, And yes, it's crap because our politicians in California are freaking inviting homelessness, probably so that they can use it as an excuse to have a slush fund with no accountability attached to the slush fund. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had, what was it, $24 billion go missing that they found out about last year. And it's probably way more money than that. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't talk about politics on a video that I'm probably going to post to YouTube. But, you know, there's a lot of crap wrong in California. A lot. You know, let's okay, I can't. Okay. Now, far enough away so that people can see what I'm doing here. I'm casting on for a new project. I probably shouldn't start another new project before I finish a project, but oh well. This cast on that I'm using is actually comprised completely of slip knots. And I have not been counting how many stitches I've cast on either. Actually, let's verify that I don't even need to know. I gotta check what stitch I'm gonna be using. Any number of stitches, okay. I'll leave that out. It's definitely nice when you have a stitch where, you know, it's a stitch pattern or whatever, so it won't just look like plain knit fabric, but you can cast on any number of stitches you want. That's nice. I don't know why they're not getting out of their car. It's not raining. I mean, there was a couple drops on my way over here, but, you know, it stopped. I'll do a few more. Mm. Huh. The guy walking by right now is the guy that made me so nervous earlier. See, there he is. He's coming out from behind the tree right now. Huh. That's odd. No wonder I freaked out. It just... What the fuck? Where'd he go? He just, like... That's weird. He went off, like, it looked like he went off. Like right there's a freaking bridge, and that's where he came from. There's a bridge. I think he went underneath the fucking bridge. Yeah, and now that person is freaking leaving. He did not get into that car. That person that's just leaving. Man, now I'm nervous, like I'm gonna be here all by myself with that guy. And I could pop right out from under the bridge now that person's gone. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's a pathway under the bridge that the residents use. That is a pretty busy freaking street. And it's a ways between street lights. There's not a crosswalk nearby. You gotta go up to the next street light for a crosswalk. So I don't know, maybe there's a walkway down there. I don't know. I've got doubts. Okay. It's so disappointing the froggies have gone to bed. I liked it when they were singing to me. Maybe if I go to the river, they'll sing to me. Hmm. It's so nice here when there's no cars going by. No, I don't normally indulge in Starbucks. I mostly don't really like their coffee that much, but I don't tend to get any other drink when I go to a coffee place because I love coffee. Okay. I think I'm gonna call that... I'm gonna call that enough stitches. I'll do 10 more. And then it'll be enough. And I know, in theory, I could be working on some yard work. It's just, I'm still sick. I don't really feel up to doing the artwork yet. I'm gonna have to get started on some stuff back there soon. I haven't really been back there in months. I think since November, I think. I don't know. I filmed it the last time I went back there, so I'll have to check. There's a lot of work to do back there. The Froggies have gotten started again. There's the woodpecker. He's back there somewhere. I think that's a woodpecker. Sounds like one. Okay, now let's show you what I am doing. So it's a slip knot, and the trouble with this is making sure that there's not very much space here, because I don't want there to be a ton of distance, a ton of yarn between each of my slip knots, because that's my cast on, and it'll look really sloppy if they're not all pretty close to the same length between each. I don't normally cast on using slip knots because while it's pretty easy, it does not always end up looking neat. It really does depend on the kind of yarn. Oh, I need to actually remind myself of how to do this stitch. And from under the right. Okay. You know, I should frickin' look up on YouTube how to do this because, um, Barbara G. Walker is great, and this really is a treasury of knitting stitches. But I do not always understand the freaking directions. Okay, I'll see you guys another time. I'm gonna utilize YouTube to look something up for myself here. Bye now.